name is Alan Schindel.
What do you think about the book?
I think the book is really sort of unprecedented and novel and exciting. It's really addressing an researched, under-talked about, unmet need. Looking at primary care issues in women who have sex with women and lesbian women, I think it's really special. You know, it's dealing with issues that are common to all women, but looking at it through the prism of lesbian health and the issues that might be unique to lesbian women is sort of a novel. And I think it's really a step in the right direction to really embrace this, and getting top-notch authors and obviously a top-notch editorial team coming out of a center like UCSF. I think it really speaks well to the future of having a more inclusive scope of women's healthcare, including lesbian health.
What kind of doctor are you?
I am a urologist. My particular focus is actually on sexual function. So sexual function is obviously a topic of importance, and certainly this applies to lesbian women as well. My community of sexual medicine physicians really hasn't done a great job yet at looking at unique issues in this population. That's something that I'm hopefully working from the inside to kind of turn around. So I think books like this are an important step in the right direction, and I'm really appreciative to UCSF, to Patty Robertson, to all the authors for really putting the effort in to make this thing a reality.
I'm Sara Flores, and I'm looking out into a room of my elders, the women whose shoulders I stand on, and women who I greatly respect. I'm holding my own personal copy signed by the authors, and this is really significant to me because Dr. Robertson, who is one of my mentors, is a labor and delivery nurse, and Sue Dibble, who I just met today, both welcomed me to the field of nurse midwifery, which is my future path. And I see this book not just as the first edition, but I see the second edition, and I see the third edition. And for this particular moment in time, I see my role and how, as a young queer midwife of color, I really have to say that these women are the ones who set the path, and those of us who are coming behind them have the responsibility to step forward and continue the work. So as a reaction just to this textbook, I have to admit that I'm humbled to be in the presence of these women, because now that I've met them, many of them through my work as a certified nurse midwifery student here at UCSF and as a labor and delivery nurse at UCSF, I realize how perfectly human they are, full of potential clinical issues that I'm at the bedside, sometimes thinking, why are they doing what they're doing? And potential digressions from maybe decisions I would make, and full of imperfectly human responses to their patients. And that almost makes me more responsible to our future as providers who are LGBTQ and as potential patients who are LGBTQ. Because we're all perfectly human and we have the potential to make mistakes and to recover from those. And now that I've seen essentially my superheroines, those who have gone before me, as human, I realize that I now have that responsibility to be as perfectly humble and human as they have been, and put my work out there for publication, for criticism, and when they were our age, 30 years old, the generation before them had done the work of feminism. Now, here we are, potentially 30 years later, and I have work of radical feminism, radical queerness ahead of me, bringing into this room a diversity that doesn't really exist right now. It's a predominant room of a certain age range and a certain socioeconomic background, being predominantly privileged to be at UCSF, and mostly European American women. And as a Latina, mestiza, queer, coming from a poor family, I know that this room can not only be filled with the elders who are here, but the next generation. So in honor of the work that they do, I commit myself to the future. I commit myself to my trans, questioning queer youth, and to myself, who's mixed, who came from the poor, uninsured projects of Detroit. And I know that we can do Lesbian Health 102, 103, 104 because of the work that they have done in Lesbian Health 101. Thank you.
I am thrilled to have this book. I started my career as a maternity nurse in 1980, and in San Francisco, lesbians were just beginning to have kids, but I wasn't a lesbian just yet then, and having a resource for practitioners is so important. And I've ended my nursing career working in end-of-life issues, and so all the issues that surround aging and how many lesbians age alone and the different things that we have questions about, and the traditional medical system just doesn't understand it. It's so important. I think even for non-clinicians, I think this is going to become like the Our Bodies Ourselves for lesbians. It's going to be a go-to place, not just for clinicians, but for all people. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My name's Catherine Dodd, and I'm thrilled to be here. It's a historic day, and I'm also thrilled to represent Mayor Newsom, who is celebrating this historic textbook. So thank you. Of Lesbian Health 101.
I think it's fantastic that we finally have a guide for clinicians and practitioners that'll go all over the place and bring this incredible information from such a diverse group of highly skilled, impactful clinicians and practitioners. The other point I think I want to make is that I happened to do the first National Lesbian Healthcare Survey, which we started planning in 1979. And so many of the issues that we identified, the critical issues about not understanding about sexual orientation, asking every woman of childbearing age about birth control, providing inappropriate, painful, and discriminatory care. Those issues are still existing across the U.S. and in many other countries. So I think what's so exciting about this book is that it carries the shared wisdom of so many of our leaders and thought thinkers and providers across the world, and especially across the U.S. into medical schools, allied health, and it will really make a big difference. So I'm very excited about it. My name is Caitlin Ryan. I'm the director of the Family Acceptance Project. It's the first mental health research, education, and intervention project for LGBT youth and families. We're based at the Marian Wright Edelman Institute at San Francisco State University. Thank you.
So tell me your name and what your reaction is to the publication of Lesbian Health 101.
Well, I'm Gabriela Della Riva, and I'm a nurse practitioner. I trained originally as a women's health nurse practitioner, and I'm a family nurse practitioner as well. And I have understood over the years the special needs that my lesbian patients have, and I've relied so heavily on the work of Suzanne Dibble and Patricia Robertson. I relied on them heavily at school, and I've looked into the literature to try to find evidence and reasons and understanding about how to provide effective health care, and now to have all of this in one spot is just fabulous. And I love the way the vignettes are there to give other providers an understanding of what patient they might run into. Some providers think that a woman's a woman, but we know that we're all distinct and we're all different, and lesbians have special needs. So I'm really so excited about this book. Also, as a member of a community health organization called MUSC, we're providing health education for the Latina community. I'm going to look into this book and see what I can pull out of here, what pearls I can pull out of here to provide better health care for that community as well. So I'm just very excited about this book. Thank you.
Thank you. That was
I'm so
great.
sorry.
That was